Okay. All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Pete. You're watching the PTD Vlogs, day number 141. I hate to come from such a positive note with the live stream that I just did on Pay to Drive to bring it to a more depressing, kind of negative outlook, but I feel like I needed to touch on this subject. I'm not making any money from this. I'm just talking about this because I feel like I want to. What's up, April? So, for those of you guys who don't know, today in San Bruno, California, where the YouTube, like the main Google/YouTube headquarters is, I guess like their corporate office, there was an active shooter there, a female, it was a woman. And the motive of why this woman did this at the current moment, to my knowledge, is still unclear. I know, Eric, what's up? But supposedly one person was killed and 4 people were critically injured and were rushed to the hospital. And we don't know why. We don't know why. I've been making videos on YouTube since late 2007, like early 2008. So I've been on the platform for over 10 years. I've been to the Google headquarters in New York City. I know once for sure. I may have been there twice, but I know once for sure. And it's a very, very, very scary feeling to know that now people are going into people's workplace, other than schools and clubs and stuff like that we've been seeing in the past. But now somebody has gone into a corporate office, and now a lot of people are thinking now that this woman, this active shooter who went into the YouTube headquarters and went on a killing spree or a shooting spree, well, many people believe that she was an employee. Not sure if she was laid off or if she was an active employee. But there's always some sort of a motive behind this. And it sucks, man. Like the world we're living in right now is incredibly scary. You know, I don't even know how people are still having children in this day and age, because I'd be terrified to send my kids to school. You know, like my girlfriend's a teacher. She teaches 3rd grade, and I'm petrified for her life. Now, I know that's an elementary school, but, you know, look at Sandy Hook. That happened in 2012. That was a nursery school or a pre-K or kindergartner. Very, very young kids, and somebody was an active shooter. I just feel like everyone is craving attention, or they're just like, well, all these other people are doing it, so why can't I? Like it's almost like people just feel like, you know, why not? You know, like why can't I do this? You know, and it's just so upsetting to see, just to see this, you know, to see this unfold, you know, or revenge. That's right. That's absolutely right. You know, and you need to take a negative situation like this, and you need to the only way you can look at this in a positive light is, for one, you got to say, thank God I wasn't there. I know it sounds a little morbid, but you got to say, thank God I wasn't there. Secondly, now, I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like security is going to get more and more and more and more stringent, you know, for these people. And it's just, I don't know, man. It really sucks. Like I said, we live in a crazy, crazy time. You know, it's just like, you know, I don't even feel safe when I leave the house. I mean, damn, I mean, I'm a delivery driver right now. I'm out there making deliveries, going all over. And how do I know that if on a delivery, someone's not going to pull a gun on me? It could happen. You know what I mean? But whatever the case is, it's just very, 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 very disheartening and scary to see the direction that the world is going in. And it's horrible. It really is. Like, especially, like, what was the motive of this woman? And you don't see that very often. You don't see a woman going in and doing this. You usually see young kids, young men, or men, you know, in their mid-40s. Here in Portland, we just had a march for allowing no guns to be legal. I mean, it's a wishful thought, but you know that people aren't going to allow that. You know, the right to bear arms. I don't know, man. It's just, it really bums me out. I didn't really even want to talk about this, but I feel like the fact that I've been on YouTube for so long, I feel like I had to. False flags for gun grab. What do you mean, Rogue Gamer? False flags for gun grab? Things like this are always happening in the world. It's just a shock when it happens to us. Yeah, absolutely. And like, you know what the sad thing is? Every time you hear about another school shooting, you're like, another one? But when Columbine happened, it's like the world flipped upside down. It's not okay that we hear about a school shooting on the news and we're like, another one. That's horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing out of amazement. It's just like, it's like we shouldn't be okay with that, you know? But the problem is, how do you stop everybody? You know what I mean? How do you do it? How do you stop everyone? You know? I don't know. No, Eric, I'm not even allowing that. I'm not even allowing to do that. Trust me, I thought well ahead before that. This is not a political discussion, folks. This is just a matter of morality. You know what I mean? You know, most of these shootings need to be looked into. They never show video of shooter even entering schools or businesses. That's true. You don't see that. But yeah, folks, I mean, let's put it this way. People have their rights, especially in America, to do, you know, as they please within reason, within discretion. But it just seems like it's something that can never truly be stopped. And you got to understand, us as human beings, we are influenced by others, by peer pressure, by what we see on the media. And now with social media, you know, people that are like, you know, I really don't like my coworkers. I'm going to go in and start shooting up the place. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this guy did it, I could do it too, you know? And that's, I feel like, is what's happening. It's happening more and more and more often. And it's becoming, like, accepted in these people's minds, you know? And like I said earlier, it's a very scary feeling to know that you flip on the news or you're scrolling through your social media feed and you see school shooting in Texas, school shooting in Kansas, school shooting in New York. You know what I mean? And you're like, wow, another one. Like I was saying before, I mean, like, that's, like, you should never have that reaction. It should always be like, what? No way. That's right, Jesse. You should enjoy life because it's short. Seriously. And although this is a negative situation, guys, keep that positivity flowing no matter what. You always want to try and keep that positivity flowing. You got to say to yourself, thank God it wasn't me. It wasn't someone in my family, you know, especially if you weren't affected by it. But unfortunately, we have to just say that life goes on. You know what I mean? We have to keep pushing forward. You know, we can't go back. You know, until a time machine gets invented for public knowledge, for public use, we can't go back and fix things. We can only go forward, you know? So this is why, you know, therapy is an important thing for certain people, where it could benefit people. You know, if you know someone who may have these types of thoughts, it couldn't help to try and help them get some therapy or just sit down and talk with them, you know? But I feel like a lot of the time when you end up finding out who these people are, it's the people you least expect. You're like, wow, them? I'll tell you right now, I remember back when I was in high school, there were multiple bomb scares back in like 2003, 2004, 2005. I graduated high school in 2005. And I remember one particular bomb scare. The kid left a piece of paper in one of the printers in the library saying that there's a bomb in the school. It's going to go off at X amount of time, da-da-da-da. And they ended up tracing it back to him. I didn't even know who the kid was. Like, I had seen him in the hallways, and I was like, that guy? I was like, geez, he looked like he wouldn't even harm a fly. You know? And it's crazy to know. It's crazy to know these things. But like I said, no matter what, you always have to keep moving forward. You have to keep thinking positive, you know? If you guys are, you know, people that like to stay positive, definitely hit the thumbs up button on this video. Keep that positivity flowing. Keep the negativity away, you know? It was reported as a domestic dispute across the road from the YouTube headquarters. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, guys, definitely keep your minds facing the future. Because for many, many years, up until I finally moved out and I'm living in my own place, I was always a very pessimistic, negative thinker. You know what I mean? I was very spiteful. I was very full of revenge. Whenever somebody would get to me, I'd be like, oh, I want to beat him up. I want to punch him. I want to blah, 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 you know? And I feel like the negative energy that flows through these people that are active shooters is overwhelming, and they need to try and shift their way of thinking. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. It's all about how your thought process works, you know? It could even be applied to the delivery driving and stuff. If you're like, you know, there are many times where I'm tired and I don't want to work and I'm like, oh, you know, I don't feel like going out. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll make a lot of money. You remember, you got to always remember something in life. You always have a 50-50 shot with everything, okay? You have a 50-50 shot of asking out a girl or a guy that you like or whatever. Are they going to say yes or are they going to say no? You got a 50-50 shot. But most of us who lack confidence or lack, you know, self-esteem issues, like myself, you know, for many years, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, that's the deal. That is the dealio, you know? But that's just what it comes down to, guys. You know, you definitely want to keep these things in mind, you know? That's just what you need to do. But whatever the case is, guys, always keep yourself moving forward. Always keep yourself, you know, on that path to righteousness and success. And it'll eventually happen if you believe in yourself. But anyways, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap things up right here. I really appreciate it. Keep doing your thing. And spread that positivity, guys. Definitely hit that like button. Definitely keep it moving. And that's it. Get that money, get that honey, guys. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of the YouTube headquarters shooting. So keep that in mind, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. And that's about it. See you guys. See you tomorrow.